Hi there, I'm Spooky, here with CC Escape the Night Season 1.5. First off, the guests are invited to the town of Mesiel. Tien, the jailer, Exia, the farmhand, Lord B, the salesman, Miri, the librarian, Spooky, a reporter, CDI, the nurse, Wolf, the undertaker, Derpy, the flapper, Kite, the tailor, Ellie, the stenographer. Episode 1, Trouble in Mesial Eye. During the episode, the group splits into three, seeking for three keys. Group 1 consists of Ellie, Tien, and Exio. Group 2, Derpy, Mary, Spooky, and Kai, while Group 3 consists of CDI Lord and Wolf. The group finds their respective keys and unlock a box marked with the Society Against Evil on it, only to reveal the screen goes black. End of episode 1. Episode 2, Trouble in Mesial 2, Part 2 even. During the episode, inside the box, well at the start of the episode, inside the box from the previous episode is a magician's hat along with a comically large key labelled the Key of Mesial. After a few different clues, they get to the new lounge, a room in a large clock tower in the centre of the city. On the wall is a large map. On the back is the law behind the town. The law. Long ago, the town of Mesial was wholesome and innocent, until the vicar of the town discovered an ancient spell that was rumored to give the vicar great power once turned daylight. The vicar, at 8:45 on Friday, October 13th, 1911, performed the spell, giving himself the power he wanted to rule the world, using 8 sets of townspeople as his sacrifice. Unbeknownst to him, the Society Against Evil was aware of his current plan. The Society Against Evil got to the town right as it happened, encasing the vicar in the Mesial's town hall, but the spell to bind the exits of the town hall are about to crumble. They locked him in the town on this very night. To free the town, they must receive 8 bells and ring them. To receive each bell, the group must vote on 2 to compete in a final death challenge. The winner will gain one of the 8 bells needed, while the loser will suffer an unimaginable death. Once the 8 bells are rung, the magic the vicar used will turn on him and free the town and your friends. During the episode, the guests meet R, a magician who's been turned evil with the vicar's magic. The guests also meet the magician's assistant, Nancy, who is one of the few people not affected by the vicar's magic in the town. She goes on to be the group's helper. After the guests follow more clues, they receive a note. To receive the first bell, you must vote on 2 to face death. Be wary, for this unique trial will require a partner. The guests vote. Tien votes for CDI. Exia votes for Wolf. Lord votes for CDI. Mary votes for Ellie. Spooky votes for CDI. CDI votes for Ellie. Wolf votes for Ellie. Derpy votes for Wolf. Kite votes for CDI. Ellie votes for CDI. Nancy draws the cards. The stenographer. And the nurse. The guests pick their partners. Ellie picks the jailer. CDI picks the tailor. And the challenge. Ellie and CDI are locked into large boxes with glass fronts and thin vertical slits to the back. R explains, Tien and Kite must complete 4 challenges to not only get the bell, but also free the partner. The winner survives, while the loser will be stabbed in the back by several stainless steel swords. The challenge begins. Tien completes his first task. Kite completes his first task. Kite completes his second task. Tien completes his second task. His third task. And his fourth task. Tien finishes the challenge reaching and grabbing the bell and the key. At the same time, CDI screams out in pain as blood splatters against the glass screen as several of the magician's swords pierce into his body. He eventually dies after a final sword pierces that heart. The 3 alive guests escape with the bell as R laughs maniacally. 9 guests remain. Episode 3. Plants are alive? During the episode, the guests encounter the next monster quite easily. A large fatter woman, Miss Jean. She controls the plant beast, a large woman-like tree. With a dress made of bark, she towers over the guest. Think like the bird from Crypt TV. The woman informs the guest, I've lost my 7 talismans. If you find any, the beast won't harm you. The 2 without the talisman will be forced into the final death challenge. The woman smiles before leaving. The guests search for talismans. Mary finds the first talisman. Ellie finds the second. Tien finds the third. Kite finds the fourth. Derpy finds the fifth. Exia finds the sixth. And the final talisman goes to Lord. The guests going into the challenge. The reporter and the Undertaker. The challenge. Spooky and Wolf enter the garden shop. A note says, each of you must solve 3 riddles. The riddles' answers are attached to different seeds. The first guest to plant 3 correct seeds in their pots will get the bell, while the loser will be suffocated in a poison mist. The challenge begins. Wolf completes his first riddle. Spooky completes his first riddle. Wolf completes his second riddle. Spooky completes his second. And Spooky completes his third. Spooky opens the case and grabs the bell. Looking over, Wolf is grabbed and the beast opens her mouth, breathing out toxic fumes. Wolf chokes to death as Spooky leaves the garden shop. 8 guests remain. Episode 4. Battle of the Breweries. During the episode, the guests find 2 different posters for rival beer companies. They then soon quickly meet the 2 owners, who inform the group, draw straws to decide captains, and pick sides. The group collects, and the straws are drawn. The longest are leaders. Teams: Otto, owner of Otto & Co. Will, leader of Will and Wheat Beer. The captain of Otto team. Derpy, the captain of Will's team. Mary, Derpy's first pick. Tien, Will's first pick. Or Mary's first pick even. Kite, Derpy's second pick. Spooky, Mary's second pick. Exia, Derpy's third pick. Ward, Mary's fourth pick. Ellie. The battle. The teams must attempt to collect 5 beer bottles. The first team to collect the bottles will be safe from the final death challenge, while the losers will be up for the death challenge. The battle. Otto & Co. and Will and Wheat Beer battle. Otto finds their first bottle. They found the second bottle. Will finds their first bottle. Otto finds their second. Will finds their second even. Otto find their fourth. Will find their third. Otto find their fifth. They have won. The guests vote. Tien votes for Mary. Derpy votes for Ellie. Lord votes for... Mary. Spooky votes for Mary. Mary votes for Ellie. Kite votes for Mary. Exia votes for Ellie. Ellie votes for Exia. Nancy draws the cards. The first person going into the challenge. The librarian. The second person going into the challenge. The stenographer. Mary and Ellie enter the challenge. Each person must attempt to complete the 3 eating and drinking tasks. Task 1, drinking 3 bottles of unknown alcohols. Task 2, eating 4 champagne cupcakes. Task 3, take 10 different alcoholic shots. If they don't die from whatever the monster is, they'll die from doing all the alcohol. The challenge begins. Ellie completes the first task. Mary completes the first task. Ellie completes the second task. Mary completes the second task. It's neck and neck, but Ellie completes her third task. The results. Ellie is given the bell Mary is then chased down and beaten to death by beer bottles as Ellie escapes the brewery, bringing the bell back to the group. 7 guests remain. Episode 5. These kids are monsters. During the episode, the group is told they must get to the park to continue the process of getting the bells. But when they step outside the lounge, they are met with a large group of children. The group spends the episode following different routes to unlock the padlocks that stop access to the park. However, they have to distract the children from each other to continue the challenge. 3 guests get captured and thus have a vote in the panel prior to voting. The guests finally get to the park where they are met with their next final death challenge and they must now vote. The guests vote. Tien votes for Ellie. Derpy votes for Lord with a self-vote. Lord votes for Derpy. Spooky votes for Derpy with a self-vote. Kite votes for Ellie. Axia votes for Lord. And Ellie votes for Derpy with a self-vote. Nancy draws the cards. The Flapper. And the Salesman. The challenge. Derpy and Lord are brought into the main playground area. The other guests view from behind the fence. The children explain, "The floor is lava. Retrieve the 5 balloons first when you're free. We get to stop the loser." The challenge begins. Derpy finds his first set of balloons. Lord finds his balloons. Derpy finds his second set of balloons. They find his third set of balloons. Lord finds his second set. Derpy finds his 4th set. Lord finds his 4th set. Actual 4th set even. Derpy finds his last set. Derpy retrieves the last balloon. The children cheer and set their eyes on Lord as they charge him, screaming with their knives in the air. Derpy retrieves the bell and as the group run off, as Lord is stabbed to death by the children. 6 guests remain. Episode 6. The Market of Blood. The group is informed of the mesial night market that is currently going on. They must complete the tasks given at 5 stalls to get access to the bell. The group splits into 2 and completes 2 stalls each. Group 1 consists of Kite, Spooky, and Tien. Group 2, Derpy, Axia, and Ellie. Group 2. The 2 groups get a note at the same time. You must now vote for someone from the other group without conferring with them. The guests vote. Group 1 decides that since Axia has not gone into a challenge, they will all vote for Axia, ensuring she enters the challenge. While Group 2 decides that they've all entered a challenge and done well enough that they should just leave it up to chance, all voting for one person each. Nancy keeps both the cards separate as the 2 groups move up so the votes can be revealed together. Nancy draws the cards. The first person entering the death challenge. The farmhand. The second person. The tailor. The challenge. The person in charge of the final stall takes Exy and Kite to the challenge. A large set of stalls off from the main set. Each person must complete 3 rails to get access to the next section of the challenge. The challenge begins. Exy finds her first set completes her first riddle. Kite completes his first riddle. Kite completes his second, and Kite completes his third. The challenge continues. Kite follows through, passing between the 2 final stalls, along a long, winding path where he's met with a stall and another gnome. Choose a friend to die by breaking their slate to claim the bell. On the stall is 6 slates with everyone's names on. Kite picks up one of the plates and breaks it onto the floor. The results. Tien, Spooky, Derpy, and Ellie see as Axia is dragged back by the other people running the stalls. They believe Kite is dead. But after Axia says she lost, everyone is confused. But then, Ellie begins to foam at the mouth and convulsing, quickly dying soon after, as everyone is shocked. Kite then runs back with the bell, explaining the situation. He's also holding the note with the info on, but they soon find a note on the back of said note section in it. The note on the back. The 5 remaining guests can ring the 5 bells and then vote. The name drawn must not be revealed, otherwise the spell will not work. If the spell works, the person chosen will be brought back from the dead. The guests vote. Again. Tien votes for Lord. Spooky votes for Lord. Kite votes for Wolf. Axia votes for Lord. And Derpy votes for Wolf. 5 guests remain. Episode 7, A Lovely Cleaner. At the start of the episode, the guest questioned if the spell worked. Did they ring the bells at the same time? Did they just not all ring the bells? Are they just dumb? Yes. But then a golden light appears from the doorway as question mark walks out. Question mark walks out from the doorway. It's Wolf, the Undertaker. During the episode, the group enters a large house-like area where they are met with the cleaner, who demands they find his 5 cleaning products. The people who find the cleaning products are... don't know why it says obstacles. The farmhand, the Undertaker, the flapper, the jailer, and the tailor. The cleaner exclaims, "Well, you have my cleaning product, thus you can run my gauntlet! Yay!" Exia, Wolf, Derpy, Tien, and Kite are forced into the final death challenge with no vote. The challenge. Each guest must complete 3 tasks. The first person to complete all 3 will get the bell, while the last will be drowned by the cleaner. The challenge begins. Tien completes his first task. Derpy completes his first task. Kite completes his first task. Tien completes his second task. Exia completes her first task. Derpy completes his second task. Wolf completes his first task. Exia completes her second task. Tien completes the third task and is safe. Kite completes his second task. Derpy completes his third task and is safe. Exia completes her third task and is safe. And Kite completes his last task and is safe. Tien retrieves the bell and watches as the 3 others complete the courses. Once they all finish, the cleaner drags Wolf away and proceeds to drown him in a large bucket of water. Everyone else runs away back to the lounge. 5 guests remain. Episode 8, Trouble in the Graveyard. The group walks to the graveyard where they must match clues to different graves while avoiding the gravedigger. During the process, 2 people end up having a vote in the pile. These are Spooky and Exia. The guests must then vote on 2 to enter the challenge. The guests vote. Tien votes for Exia. Spooky votes for Exia with a self-vote. Kite votes for Tien. Exia votes for Tien with a self-vote. And Derpy votes for Tien. Nancy draws the cards. The farmhand and the second person are going to the challenge. The reporter. Spooky and Exia must attempt to jump from gravestone to gravestone and collect pieces for a gravestone puzzle. The first person to complete the puzzle will get the bell, while the loser is beaten to death by the gravedigger. The challenge begins. Spooky finds his first puzzle piece. Exia finds her first puzzle piece. Spooky finds his second puzzle piece. His third puzzle piece. Exia finds her second piece, and her third piece, and her fourth piece. Spooky finds his fourth piece, and Exia completes the puzzle. Exia completes the puzzle and retrieves the bell. As this happens, Spooky's being beat to death by the gravedigger with his shovel. Exia then quickly runs off. 4 guests remain. Episode 9, Mechanical Hell. During the episode, the group meets the final guardian, a mechanic who sets the group to do several tasks. The group finally finishes, but is informed that they must now vote for 2 to go into the final death challenge. They must then each pick one of the other 2 as a partner. The guests decide that it's much better to just vote for themselves. The guests vote. Like I said, they all vote for themselves. Nancy draws the cards. The first person to go into the challenge. The jailer. The second person. The flapper. The guests pick their partners. Tien picks Kite, Derpy picks. Exia, the challenge, the pairs must search the shop for gears. The first pair to find all the gears will retrieve the bell, while the other will be stopped by the mechanic. The challenge begins. Tien and Kite find their first cog. Derpy and Exia find their first cog. Tien and Kite find their second. Derpy and Exia find their second, while Tien and Kite find their third. And they win. Tien and Kite put together their gears and start winding down the bell, but once they grab the bell, the mechanic grabs Derpy, stabbing him several times in the chest. Tien, Exia, and Kite leave the automation shop and run back to the lounge. 3 guests remain. Episode 10, The Vicar. At the start of the episode, the guests run back to the lounge and find a note. The magic holding the Vicar has been broken and he is finally out of the town hall. To complete the banishment of the Vicar, you must find the 8 ropes and connect them to their respective spots in the town hall, ringing them. Once rung, he will be banished and the evil holding this town in the 1910s will be broken and you will be able to leave. However, the lieutenants are on the roam. Make sure you don't get captured, as your friends will only have 5 minutes to rescue you. During the episode, the guests start the process of finding the first ropes quite easily. However, during the process of getting the 4th rope, Tien is captured by the lieutenants. Luckily, he is quickly saved by Exi and Kite. They continue the process, retrieving the final 5 ropes. While they rush to the town hall, finally connecting everything, they finally finish connecting the bells with the ropes and ring the bells. The ending. The guests look out to the center of the town. They see the lieutenants with the dark red magic escaping from their mouths. They then hear a scream and look to see the vicar being pulled underground by the magic that held the lieutenants. They quickly rush out of the town. They will not mention all the things that happened at this day. 3 guests survive. The end. I hope you guys enjoyed that. It took me a lot of work. A total of 155 slides in PowerPoint. I hope you enjoyed, and hey, maybe I might make a second with another group of people. Who knows? Well, that was all. I'll see you next time on my amazing channel that I forgot the name of right now. XOXO Spooky.